Alright guys, give me a few minutes because usually when I'm trying to go live, there's usually a delay on the live stream. So I'll give it a little bit of time, make sure this is actually working. So, as the thumbnail and title says, alright, I do see somebody in here, so that means we are live now. As the thumbnail and title says, I am too poor, I am too broke to start prepping for shtf. I see this a lot. I really do. For some reason, people think because I'm on YouTube, I've got Rockefeller money or something like that. This isn't true. For over a year, my monthly income was $900. I still have to pay cell phones, internet, editing software, insurance for vehicles, buy food. So, yeah. And plus, we pay rent. So, right fast. To the ones that like to say, I'm too poor to prep. Let me show you something. Now, the price of food has changed. I used to buy this right here. Sorry, it's reversed because I'm using my camera. Green beans. Potatoes. Diced potatoes. These used to be 50 cents and actually cheaper per can. Per can. You know how many you can buy for $5 a week? That's 10 cans of food. $5 adds up. Now, personally, I don't think $5 a week is going to be enough. But I will say this: still at $5 a week, that's still 10 cans of food that you did not have put back. Think about that. That's 10 cans of food that you did not have back. Now, I know this is not a complete meal right here, just because I just grabbed 2 cans out of my back. All right. Deplorable prepper, they need to go to food pantries or churches. I've seen that idea. This is my thoughts on that, guys. So I've been homeless and I've been in a position where I did not have any money to actually buy food. Those food banks, ladies and gentlemen, are for people that cannot buy food. That's what that's for. It's not for preppers that want to go stockpile food. To me, that's just like the rich asking for charity, in my opinion. And I'm gonna tick off some people on that one. So I've had to go to food banks when I pull in, and I got a busted up Geo that I've had to repair, get it running with tie wire and duct tape. Don't worry, it wasn't tie wire and duct tape. But I pulled in there, and they pull up in not a Porsche, but a brand new freaking car. Well dressed. Here I am, ratty ass holes in my t-shirts and everything else, freaking starving, but they're there to get some food. Now, can you be rich and lose everything? Yeah, you can. I lost our big income as far as our channel for now. Right now, hey, I'm still prepping. And I don't even have an income right now. Yeah, when my channel got locked, that's everything. I had to change everything. I had to cancel out my old PayPal, everything. Everything got locked in place. Until I get everything released, it is what it is. But I still prep. I've got a garden in the ground. I've been prepping and making sacrifices, as many of you guys have, for years. So, really look at your income. Look at your expenses. Are you going by an extra? I mean, I smoke. I do. I cut my cigarettes down to the cheapest one around because I still enjoy it. I know. Quit smoking, you save even more money. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. But I've got 2-year supply of normal stuff and a very large supply of long-term food storage and a large supply of seeds, just like we got a garden in the ground right now. We have canning equipment. We have a canner. We have plenty of replacement lids. We have plenty of jars. We have vacuum sealers. We have a couple of those. We made sacrifices and put our foot forward. Roll your own. Shit kicker. Shift kicker. Yeah, I used to do that when I was a train rider. Yeah, I was a freight train rider, guys. I was on the run for 6 years. I lived out of my backpack. You want to talk about having to dumpster dive for food if you got near a city? Yeah. Talk about not having anything to eat, days on end. Yeah, yeah. And it's one of the reasons why when I started prepping, I hit it hard. Because I know what it's like to go without food, to go without clean water. I know exactly what it's like. I know what it's like when you finally get a razor blade, a little cheap shaver, and you're shaving in a mud puddle outside Las Vegas, just so you had a reflection so you can see your face while you're shaving because you look so crappy. Yeah. So that flash, guys, I do apologize. It's one of my studio lights and it's acting up in this weather. Right now, guys, we have our wildfires still acting up here. It really does. El Michelle, you don't have to give any full disclosure there, my friend. That is nobody's business on your financial thing. I appreciate you, trying to encourage people and stuff, but that is nobody's business what your finances are. I do it because I always keep my openness on the channel. We've done videos where I show you how much, YouTubers make and stuff like that. As far as myself, just because that's who I am. I don't have nothing to hide. But as far as anybody else, that's none of their business on what you guys go through at all. Not one bit. I always get ticked off when I see people, well, how much do you make? Do I come up here and ask people how much you make? Nah. I don't do it in the workforce when I was always welding, busting my ass. No, never done that. I used to hate it when people did that stuff. So there are ways, guys. You just have to make sacrifices for the ones saying that they are too broke to prep. Quit finding excuses. No, I'm going to make people mad. How dare you say I'm making excuses? Trust me. And I'm the type of channel that will tick off people. 20-pound bag, and it runs $99.99. That is a good price because ours isn't that price here. Last time I bought the 20-pound bag, I paid $12, and I got email today, and someone also left a comment earlier that theirs jumped to $15 in one day. So it just depends on your state, on where you live at. Like if I go to the beach, I'm not far from the beach, but if I go across the bridge to the beach, I'm going to be paying $2 more there, just because it's on the beach. Same town, just because I'm on the beach instead. So it depends on where you buy things at. Each state's different, and I've had the comments, well, it must be nice to pay those low prices in your state. I pay this for that. Yeah, but your cost of living is also higher, and also your pay is higher. Like in New York, I guarantee you, you're not making minimum wage. Down here, that's about all the jobs are minimum wage. That's why the prices on things are lower, because we don't make much on the hour. Tourist town. That's just the way it is. So, you have to take a lot of things in consideration. When it comes to making sacrifices, really look at your stuff, guys. What are you spending money on? If you got Netflix, and you can't prep because you don't have any money, but you're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Amazon Prime, you're paying for this subscription, HBO, there you go. That's a lot of preps right there. That's a lot of preps. Seriously. I grab things when they go on sale. That's another thing. Miss Bella. Yeah, look for sales. Absolutely. Always make sure that you prep things that you eat. All right. If you eat potatoes, hey, canned potatoes, it's in water. It's just potato and water. There you go. Learn how to cook. I have seen that before on my other channel. This one that got locked up. I wish that you would show us how to cook your food. There's plenty of cooking channels. I mean, if you don't know how to cook, I don't know why you're prepping. You need to learn basic cooking. All right? I mean, seriously, I don't know if people are just going to drive-thrus all the time. One thing, you need to stop that. Put that money towards prep. Arkansas living canned taters are easy to cook with. Yeah, I use canned taters. I use them for breakfast all the time. I make these, I buy only lost leaders. I don't know what that is. I use these for breakfast for hash browns. We mix them up with other foods. We get the slice, we get the whole potatoes. I mean, it's whatever you use potatoes for. We substitute it with it. We really do. JT, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? So there's plenty of stuff. Prepping by face, yes, and plenty of us share recipes. Absolutely. And a simple DuckDuckGo search, simple Google search, or just put in, hey guys, you got a recipe for such and such. Usually the community here will help you or direct you. I know you can go right there to Alaska Prepper's channel. He covers so many foods where he cooks up food, shows prep when he's doing things with his food. definitely go check that out. I mean, it's just a simple search. I see where's the easy button? That's what I see. Prepping is not an easy button. Prepping is dedication. Unless you're rich, prepping is a dedication lifestyle. And that's my opinion on it. I know it doesn't mean that you have to live, breathe, prep all the time, but when you do, you'd be amazed at what you can accomplish. Seriously, you'd be amazed at what all you can accomplish on budgeting, looking for sales, things like that. Seriously. So, let's pull ourselves out of the funk of, you don't understand, I can't do this because I don't have money. You can prep with very little. What you have to do is change your lifestyle a bit. That's what you have to do. All right? I know we all make the joke about Starbucks. I know most people don't go to Starbucks, but look at your expenses. Okay? And I've seen the comments, well, I'm not going to live my life like that. I'd rather die. Well, you've already made up your mind. Don't know why you're here. That's harsh. It is. It's reality. That's what it is. Alright guys, let me get in the chat here. I do apologize. Save your seeds from foods you consume. Germinate, replant, best feeling. Miss Bella. Yeah, and some seeds won't germinate, guys. That is a very good process. But some seeds won't germinate, especially if seeds are coming from Mexico and some from China, because they radiate it. Alright? It keeps foreign crops from bringing any type of disease as far as a bad plant from that seed to grow and mess up our agricultural here. So don't be surprised if you plant something and it doesn't take off. Not all of it, but there are some of that. It's a simple search. You can read up on that. They actually irradiate it. It's nothing that's going to hurt you, but it kills off the bacteria in the seed, which good bacteria for seeds causes growth. Well, they kill it off so it doesn't grow, or let's say they had a bad plant or something like that in another country and they brought the seeds here. That's why they do that. But just like our garden, guys, we're growing our garden right now, and the majority of that is off of our stored seeds from 2 seasons ago. We dry it out. I've shown on the other channel. I really hope that we get that other channel back, because I've got a lot of videos on that. But we've shown growing to seed, storing that seed, reusing that seed. All right, it is very possible. Scrolling through here, guys. Loss leaders are extra cheap items from ADS. Stores lose money on it, lose leaders. They lure people to stores. Ah, okay. Sunset. Ah, I've never heard of that phrase before. Very interesting. Let's see here. Scrolling through. I'm cutting out so much. Miss Bella, yeah, we're doing the same. I mean, guys, we still live in a 6x12 cargo trailer. This house, this isn't my house. This is my aunt's house. I only come in here just if the weather's bad so I can do a video. That's it. We have a toilet, we have a shower, we have a bed, we have a TV, we have everything on that trailer. We have a way of living out of it. And that's what we do. We pay fees to park there, so we have a rent fee. We pay our insurance for our vehicles, we pay our cell phone, we pay, do all of our bills like normal. But we made cuts. I'm not saying go live in a cargo trailer. It's tough. It is. Is it worth spending power on grow lights for crops in off-season or in grid down? Adam. Alright, so with grow lights, guys, I did a review for a company a while back. I think it was Spider, I think was the name of it. And then the grow light wound up messing up. And I had to do a video on it. So, hey, it went out on us. Those things use a lot of power. A lot. Alright, so we use solar. Alright, and I pieced that solar system together. I couldn't afford to buy it all at one time. That's piece by piece. So we're basically off-grid. Our power is off-grid. They use up a lot of power. Alright, and the amount of room that you're going to need to really grow what you need to eat on a rotational grow pattern, that's going to be a lot of grow lights, and they're not cheap. Are you talking like $200 for a 12 by 12 inch square? And you might get a couple plants out of each one of those. If it was, would it be an investment if you had unlimited power and the sun's blotted out and you had to grow inside, from a volcano or asteroid knocked up dust or something like that, yeah, you would have to use grow lights because the sun's gone. But that's one really big investment. It really is. That's why I don't push on it, because it's not really something we do. I basically show you what we do here. All right. What'd you do in the Air Force? I was munitions. I was munitions systems. I was an ammo troop. I worked in the bomb dump, the igloos. Glorified warehouse guy. That's what I was. Check out YouTube channel Dishing Delight. She makes meals with canned food from her prepper pantry. There you go, guys. Right there. There's a YouTube channel right there. Sorry, guys. We don't have any mods right now because I just haven't made any mods yet on this one. We'll be bringing our old mods back, though. Actually, though, can I do that here? I know I can do it after the stream. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait till after the stream. I'll come back in. I'll get our mods back up here on this channel, guys. I do apologize. Texas Patriot, add rice, a can of soup, chili, to make it go further. Yeah, so we've shown on our outdoor survival camp out videos, guys, I took a cup of rice, because usually when I'm eating out in the woods, I'm burning a lot of calories. I mean, I'm not going through a walk in the park. It's some rough humping. So I'll take a cup of rice, and I'll take a can of wolf chili or a can of beans with me. I'll sit there. It takes about 20 minutes to cook up the rice by campfire, and then I pour in my chili, stir it up. It's like 40-some ounces of food. It's a lot of food. And I'll eat every single bit of it because I'm usually that hungry. I did see a couple comments on you don't need to be storing carbs. Carbs are bad for you. Alright. So, you guys seen my photo from last year. I was 258 pounds. Dropped my weight down, started lifting weights, building my body back up. I think I know what I'm doing when it comes to my diet, exercise. Now, if you're just going to sit on your ass, yeah, you don't want a bunch of carbs. But during shit hits the fan, you're going to be active. And you're going to need carbs, calories, protein. You're going to need fats. Alright? Those are the facts. Now, I do know that there's we have diabetics and things like that, people with high blood pressure, stuff like that on our channel. You know what you can and cannot eat. Prep accordingly. I do see that a lot. Well, all that pasta, I can't have that because I'm diabetic. Then don't stock it. I'm not telling you to stock what I stock. I just show you what we do here at the house. Common sense, people. All right? A little bit of common sense. If we're going to survive an shtf event, we got to use our brain a lot. Okay? I know it's a scary thought on some people. Some people don't like that thought at all. Some people want to be led. If you're going to be a survivor, you have to lead. All right? Can't be a follower. You have to lead. That's how you survive. Scrolling through here, guys. Our Tent Life. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Oh, Michelle, how are you doing? Good to see you. Deb Smith. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Really good to see you. I'm glad you found us over here. All right. Go for salads in-house. I can get grape tomatoes, but it takes a lot of room per plant. Brenda here. Yeah. So growing inside your home, guys, it can be done, but it takes a lot of room. It does. Now, you can grow a plant or a couple plants, and this is why I want people to really, really practice what their thought process is. Y'all seen the garden I've got out there? That is not enough to feed a family of 4 all year. It's not. All right? It's not. I've done this. I've lived in farm country. I've gardened my whole life. I know. So the idea of a couple seal plants and think that you're ready for the apocalypse because you got a couple tomato plants and a couple peppers and you got your herbs, you're going to starve to death. It takes a lot to feed. If that's your only source of food, that's not enough. Now, if you're gardening to help supplement your canned goods, your dry goods and stuff, yes, you will definitely stretch out your food. But you need room. It takes a lot of room to feed a person year-round, fresh fruits and vegetables. All right? And odds are you're probably living in a location where growing fruit is not going to be very easy to do. So that's why we always talk about prepping food. I did not see that. Miss Ghetto, you're here. Good to see you, my friend. Odds are Ghetto's here. Ghetto, good to see you if you're here, brother. Scrolling through here. Carbs are energy, prepping by faith. Yeah, they definitely are. You do eat a lot, bro. Our tent life, yes. So our tent life, airborne prepper there, he was at our last outdoor survival training for the business. And I saved my breakfast for nighttime. I think it was the second day. And I ate that. Then I went ahead and made a cup of rice and a chili or beans. I forgot what. I'm eating again. He's looking at me. He said, "You're eating again?" I said, "Yeah, I'm hungry." Of course I am. Yeah. Which solar generator do you recommend? Around $1,000. Okay. So I do a lot of solar generator reviews. It really depends on what power you need, Jennifer. Okay, it really depends on what power you need. You need to get a kilowatt meter. You can order one on Amazon. You can get them anywhere. They're like 20 bucks. You need to plug that into the wall and then plug your appliance in it that you're planning on running. And now you're going to register how much wattage you use. It'll figure in your compressors, like if you're trying to run a refrigerator, things like that. It'll figure in how many amps you need, and then you shop that way. Because just because a solar generator says it's got 2,000 watts or 1,000 watts, how much battery bank, how many amp hours does it have? Because when it comes to amp hours, like let's say that mini fridge I used to always do reviews with on the solar generator, the amp hours, it pulled like 9 amps. No, it pulled less than that. It pulled like 2 or 3 amps an hour. Well, that's going to run a long time on a small solar generator. It does. The wattage it used was 30. No, I'm sorry. When the small compressors, it did have a small compressor that would hit right at 60 watts, and then it dropped down and even out to about 30. Lasts a long time. But don't just run or go buy one without actually seeing what power you need. Same with building your own solar system. You need to realize how much power you actually need. And unfortunately, everybody's appliance is different. Every model is different. All of it's different how much each one uses. Okay? So I can't just say this one right here is your best option. You've got to do the work and figure out how much power you need first before you go drop $1,000 on a unit. Okay? So hopefully that helps a little bit. Alright, scrolling through here. Huge welcome to those in new chat. Diabetic, I know how much pasta I can have. Geez, excuses. Sherry? Yeah, exactly. People that are diabetic, high blood pressure, things like that, you've already been diagnosed with it. You should know what you can and cannot eat. So prep accordingly with it. If you can have some pasta, then you know what your diet is going to be. We don't just go buy a whole bunch of cans and shove it up somewhere and say, okay, we're good to go. We're making meal plans. Okay, we lay out what we want for a week, and then we build accordingly. Of course, we're going to get tired of eating the exact same thing over and over again, except for me, because 80% of my taste buds don't work. I got electrocuted back in 2006, and yeah, they just don't work correctly. They're basically non-existent. But the other 20%, I do have some taste. But we build our food off of our meal plans. Okay, we don't just stock up a whole bunch of pasta and go, okay, we got a lot of pasta, we're good. We're not going to eat pasta all the time. Now, in my defense on my pasta, I eat pasta about 3 times a week. Yeah, spaghetti. I love spaghetti. Spaghetti's awesome. Are you kidding me? If you don't like spaghetti, don't stock it. If you like spaghetti, stock it. It's cheap, it lasts a long time, and it's very filling. Okay? So, moving through here, guys. Alright. Use my brain in shtf? Nah. Our tent life. I know I'm way behind, guys. Wilderness Gal, new to the channel. Great info. Thank you for the mountains of Tennessee. Awesome. Another one I saw recently, guys. There was some debate on some of the Walmart food storage stuff. Walmart's got some prices on some of their food storage, but what I'm thinking most people are referring to, you get a 4-day emergency pack for like $20. That's, if I'm correct, that's ReadyWise, and I know how people are so funny about food. ReadyWise uses TVP for their meats, just so you know. I just want to get that disclaimer out there. And the reason I know that, because I work with long-term food storage companies, and I know a lot of ingredients are in a lot of these companies. So that's up to you on that. Yeah, it's $20. I think someone was making reference, I'd rather store that than canned goods. Nah, this is the cheapest option. Canned goods. They're good for you. It's potato and water. I've been eating it all my life. No cancer. No major issues. My issues I've ever had is because I've been injured. That's it. I've never been hospitalized except for my appendix. Okay? Well, that's it, CFP. Your appendix went out because you're eating canned potatoes. There's always somebody who got something to say. That's just it with no actual backing up on anything. Funny how that is. Do you think the threat of nuclear event is near? The threat of nuclear event is actually here, because Putin threatened with nuclear weapons. So the threat is here. It just depends on what people do. All right, we don't know what these government officials are planning. We don't know what the responses are. It's a complete gamble and a guess on our parts. But because he made the statement and the threat of it, it means that it is here. The threat is here. So that's the best way I can put that. We stockpile CBRN equipment. We started on the cheap end first because that's all we could get hold of at the time. And then we later got partnered up with a better company, MIRA, and we started using their products. And that takes a while. It does. Unless you got a lot of money to spend on something like that, it's expensive. It's good products, but it's expensive. We had to save, and that's another thing. I don't understand why I'm reading the comments. Well, that stuff's too expensive. Nobody on a normal paycheck could ever afford that. You don't just run out and go buy it. Whatever happened to save up for what you want? I'm seeing more and more of instant gratification in the prepping community, and I'm not really sure about that. I don't know when that came a thing. Prepping has always been the long haul. Always has been. If you want something, you save up for it, just like life. At least, maybe because I'm just a broke-ass bastard. I've always had to save up money to go buy what I need. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I don't belong with the regular society of people that can just go out and buy whatever they want to on the whim. I can't. I got to save up for it. I talk to my wife. We discuss everything. She knows if I'm coming across with an idea on something like that because I'm coming from a background that deals with that, and she listens to me. We look at our income. We look at our bills. Okay, well, if we save this much, divert this, save this, we can actually make this happen in a couple weeks, and that's what we do. It's called saving. I mean, they used to teach that. I believe it was 5th grade when I was in school. I think it was like 5th grade. Learn how to balance a checkbook and all that other stuff. Maybe it was 6th grade, something like that. And it taught you about savings and things. I know, I'm a jerk. All right, guys, let me scroll back in here. Instant gratification started with YouTube videos. The title says, "Buy this now." Huh. Well, I think I've done a couple of videos like that. I think. No, I haven't ever said buy this now. I said get food now. That one I do say that because I believe we need to get food now. Definitely. I have seen some of the buy this now. Now, most of those, if you actually watch them, most of those are trying to warn you about a shortage fixing to hit on a particular item. And then some, not saying nothing bad about any YouTube channel, some do that because they got a new item that they got affiliated with and, trying to drum up traffic, It's probably a good product, nothing wrong with that. So I'm not going to shame or get on anybody like that. I mean, we make money on YouTube. It's a job. It really is. I try to be as open as I can about everything. And speaking about being open, check this out, guys. With all this stuff going on my channels and everything, yeah, I've been hitting the gut before, but I keep on moving. I got contacted by, remember when I was talking about bugging out, getting home bags and stuff like that, going through the woods? I kept seeing the comments, well, what about a bicycle? And I've always talked about, well, a bicycle is good if you're trying to make up long distance, but you need to avoid people, okay? Because they see you got a bicycle, you got your gear. You're going to run into issues. People in a bad scenario, they see you, they will try to take your stuff. Life example as a train rider. I had a backpack and they tried to rob me for my backpack. That happens. What do you think is going to happen during SHTF? But, you ever heard of an electric bike? I got contacted. They're sending me one. It's like a freaking $1,200 bike. I'm like, okay, I'll take a look at it. So I got a video coming out, and you know what? It's a good option for a get-home scenario type of thing. Sure. You're gonna have to have some way of charging it up in a grid-down scenario, solar stuff like that. But then again, it comes right back down to you got to read your threats. If you got open terrain and nobody around, sure, a bike's gonna be great, 25 miles an hour. You know, less pedaling. Sure, electric, of course. But what happens when you gotta hide into the woods? As I've shown in my outdoor survival videos down here in Florida, it's like a wall of thorns and branches. You're not riding a bicycle through it. Are you willing to sacrifice that just to leave it and flee into the woods? That's what you're gonna have to come down, and that's gonna be in your scenario. So, you know, I'm always open about things. So we got that coming in. In my defense, I've been saving, but they have been throwing a lot at us lately. Oh yeah, they are always throwing a lot at us. When it comes to prepping, I always say get a year supply of food. That don't mean you got to go run out and buy a year supply of food right off the bat. You start working towards getting a year supply of food. Water filtration, ways of storing water. When I first started prepping, I was using soda bottles and gallon jugs to store water. Those 55-gallon drums, the one I've got is a reclaimed one. All right, those aren't cheap. Sometimes you can find them on like Amazon Marketplace and stuff pretty cheap. But if you go to like, you know, I'm affiliated with all these other companies. They got them, but they're expensive. They're brand new, but they're expensive. If you really look at them, like, man, that's freaking $80. Who has $80 to throw at a water barrel? Well, if you do, make sure you use my link. But if you're like me, it's a lot of money. All right, so I always try to use my brain on things. What can I do to make this happen? Or I have to save up. So, scrolling through here, guys. Think outside the box. Ordering books, get used to hit rummage sales, estates, thrift stores. Yeah, and thrift stores are hit and miss. Depends on your location. I was just at the thrift store a couple days ago with the wife. We're looking for some extra clothes and stuff like that. Yeah, I buy at the thrift store all the time. But while I was there, I was going to look for, like, you know, supplies or anything I could use for prepping. There's a lot of glass vases around. You know, it's just a tourist town. Not many people are into what we do. Everything's fly by night. What's a new entertainment thing on the beach? That's what people are really into down here. Not many people are like us. Alright, scrolling through here. Can't find canned vegetables in my stores, but the store brand is good. I found out. Richard, can't find any. I'm guessing you mean the larger company brands you've been having a hard time finding. Yeah. So I grew up on store brand. I mean, I've had the nicer brands before, but I grew up on store brand. It's just the way it was. All right, scrolling through here. Ultimate SNS, that is my brother, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason the government wants dog food to be safe for human consumption. This rule came out after the Depression. Let me tell you something else about dog food. When I was locked up, guys, I ran cigarettes. All right, I had a connection. That's how I made my money in prison. That's how I fed myself. So I had a kitchen crew that moved a lot of tobacco for me. I went to go work kitchen for a while, and there was a label, not for human consumption, TVP. It was the TVP products that they used for dog food is what they were feeding us in the state of Florida. Yeah. But now they charge the state $79 a meal for an inmate. Now, tell me, prisons aren't the largest racket here in the state of Florida. I know they are. So, yeah. They don't teach anything like home economics anymore. It's been a while since I've been to school, so that probably is true. Alright guys, scrolling through here. Sometimes store brands is a great deal. Yeah, sometimes they are. They are. Sometimes you can catch good deals on it. Again, prep what you normally eat. You don't want to buy a whole... I mean, when you're hungry, you'll eat anything. I've proven that on my outdoor stuff. I've eaten all kind of stuff outdoors. We won't go into those details again. But you really want to prep things that you normally eat. Alright, if you don't like a certain type, I cannot stand asparagus. My wife likes them. We store some for her, but I don't like them. If I was hungry, could I eat it? Yeah, of course I could. Would I be like, ugh? Yeah. I'd rather have some enjoyment. I don't want to survive the apocalypse in pure miserableness. Will I do it if I have to? Of course I will, because I want to live. But we prep what we normally eat so we can actually have some enjoyment out of some things, okay? I mean, really. Alright, scrolling through here. Alabama 2, I heard. I'm not really sure. Ghetto, are you ignoring me because I'm... No. I'm on my cell phone, brother. I'm just... I saw someone mention your wife, and I did say if you were here, hello. I'm on my cell phone, man. I got you in one ear, Marfugal in the other. Alright, so Marfugal TV is on live stream apparently, guys. Marfugal TV, I am a huge supporter of Marfugal TV and Marfugal News. They have helped me out amazingly with my channel, teaching me a lot of stuff. Same with Alaska Prepper and a lot of other YouTubers here. There's a lot of YouTubers in this community that has helped me out rebuild this channel, have been shouting me out, sharing my posts. Guys and gals, I appreciate every single one of y'all. It means a lot to us. But I am going to end the stream, guys, because I am actually going to jump over and try to catch what news is coming from Marfugal TV. So, guys, jump over there. I will see y'all in the chat, okay? And I appreciate every single one of y'all hanging out with me, always supporting me. I know I come across like a complete jerk sometimes. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I want to bust that bubble of fantasy land. This stuff's real, guys. You have to be hard to make it through SHTF. I'm not talking about being cruel and let a child, starve to death. I'm not saying that. But you have to get your mind right. Alright, guys. Catch y'all later.